Welcome to On the Line, the show that covers it all. Now in the news, the girls' field hockey team is still undefeated, and Iowa commit Kat Nicholson has really provided that spark for the girls' field hockey team. Now in the news, girls swim and dive with J.R. Naughton.
Alright, well, girls swimming and dive had a JV fresh soft meet this weekend. First, Buffalo Grove at the Buffalo Grove Invite. Now we bring in Holly Malnati.
Come on.
Thank you.
Alright, so first off, we have some questions for you after this past weekend and leading up to the season. So there's some excitement for the freshmen and sophomores.
Oh, yes.
How'd they do this weekend at the Buffalo Grove Invite?
They did awesome. They got first place. We got some pool records. Great work overall.
Here we go.
And the whole team, yeah, it was awesome.
That's awesome. And I know the swim team last year had a lot of big names, a lot of good swimmers. You guys had a really good season.
Yeah.
How does this year compare to last year?
You know, we lost a lot of good people last year, but I think, you know, there's some underclassmen that are really going to start carrying the team. And, you know, we got a great senior captain lineup. You know, we got Emily Vodovos, we got Caroline Kozera, me, we got Grace Bath, who's a junior, we got Isabel Moore, and then we got our diving captain, Isabel Rosa.
Wow, that's a lot of captains.
Yeah, we got a lot of captains, a lot of leadership.
So, who are some younger names to look out for? Some kids that might make it up to varsity?
I would definitely say, you know, Ashley Updike is already on varsity. We got Kendra. They're amazing. Kendra was the one that actually broke the record at Buffalo Grove Pool for the 100 fly. She got 59 seconds, I believe. So yeah,
good.
Awesome stuff.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations to you guys. Keep it up and just keep doing your thing, and hopefully girls swim and dive as well.
Thank you.
Oh, wait.
So
One last question. Kevin
last.
Donahue or Grace Donahue?
I can't answer that.
All right. Now, Ducan Ward. Girls tennis, what do you got?
It was actually, you know, it was a pretty good week for the Scouts. We had a 9-0 blowout against Warren.
One thing, if I may add. You just look so professional every day when you come into the office. I think that's fantastic.
You know, I really take pride in my job, Shane, and I really appreciate the positive feedback. Now, if we could get back to tennis.
Absolutely.
Coming off of that 9-0 win, they are just pumping on the oil right now.
Gas on those new courts. What is up with those new courts? I can't believe it.
You know,
it's just taken so long. I mean, not so long. People are at work doing their thing. I get it, but I just anticipated it being done earlier. Any word on that?
Oh, well, you know, the girls' tennis team, they're a little bit down about the courts, you know, being updated and all. Yeah, but they're really psyched for the next season where they'll be able to use them, and I'm sure that they really appreciate the new courts coming in. But, you know, overall, I don't think it's going to affect their season that much.
Yeah.
Sophomore Catherine Pasquale seems very confident that they're going to do well in state, and you know, they've been doing pretty well so far. They're coming out 3-5 out of their last 5 games. They've won 3 of them. 1 against Loyola, they won 1 against Highland Park, and they won 1 against Warren. Their only losses were New Trier and Stevenson, and you know, I think there's some room for improvement, but they do have a pretty young team. And speaking of young team, they have their freshman Kylie Rabjohns, I believe.
Rabjohns is great.
Yeah.
She's still undefeated, if I may add, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Apparently she is an anchor for their team and just one of the most humble players.
That's great. That's great. And one more thing to add, I really do think that the grounds maintenance at Lake Forest High School, with Tom Rowe leading that ship, is great. They really do a great job.
Phenomenal.
Now to Ben, in boys golf.
The Scouts took 4th in the Twin Orchard Invite last weekend at Deerfield. Michael Seaman, the senior, led them with a score of 74. Wasn't the best showing for the Scouts, but they're looking to get back on the winning trend, and they did so Tuesday night with a win at Zion.
Perfect. That is great for them.
Yeah.
Keep it up, boys golf. Now with the football roundtable discussion, as we bring in Coach Busse for the Lake Forest Scouts. Welcome, Coach Busse. How are you?
Hey, doing great. Thanks for having me.
Great. Thank you for your time.
What are you going to say?
Right there. So,
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey, good, are you?
the head sophomore coach, the head defensive back coach for the varsity boys football team.
Yeah.
And going into Warring Week, what has preparation been like after that tough loss?
You know, it was a tough loss. Preparation's kind of been status quo. We have a pretty good schedule that we go through every week, and we just got to get better. We got to be more consistent and just get better. That's kind of where we're at.
Good to know. Good to know. Warren, what type of offense are they running? Is it really a threat to our great defense with those big linebackers, John Deering, Brian Ohms, even some DBs like Eddie Scheidler, that junior with that spark? What's it like?
Yeah, you know, their offense is, they kind of have two different identities, if you would. You know, they like to run the ball, and they get into kind of a two-back, two-tight end look, and they also like to spread the field out a little bit. They have a couple good wide receivers on that team. They're always big up front, big linemen, tall guys, big guys that can move you around, so we've got to beat them with our speed.
All right, good to know. Any other questions?
Some big names for Warren at the wide receiver position. Mika Johnson, I believe, or
correct. He's going to Notre Dame, I believe. Yeah. He's a good receiver. We've seen him. This is going to be the third year we're going to see him. He's a good player. They've also got a nice tight end. I'm not quite sure his name, but he's a good player too, number 85. You know, they're a well-rounded team. They've got a lot of good players. We just got to play better.
So going into that, knowing that you have Notre Dame commit as one of their wide receivers, are you adjusting your defense, or do you have faith in them?
No, we got faith in our team. You know what? Nothing taken away from him. He's a great player, but we're a great team. So as long as we play team defense, we should be all right.
Do you have a matchup set for the Notre Dame commit with any of the DBs?
You know, we just have 11 guys on defense, and we got to swarm to the ball, and we've got to play our responsibilities, fundamental football, and we should be all right.
And the DBs, they're a good group of DBs. Moss, Cavaliers, Scheidler. I mean, unfortunately, Ghazi got that big injury.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, so hopefully he can get back pretty quick here, and we're just taking it day by day with him right now.
All right, good to hear. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Heard great things about the show.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach. Take care.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Thank you, too.
Now as we're wrapping it up, boys, any other news in sports or what's going on?
Boys soccer took a tough loss yesterday, 2-0. But other than that, I don't have anything. What about you, Duncan?
We have no news on volleyball, but coming into this weekend, we do have the BMW Championship, which is quite exciting.
And we will keep you up to date on that, folks, because that is in the hometown of Lake Forest at the Conway Country Club.
Yes, guys.